Saturday morning. What's the date? I don't know. Last week, after quite a stressful morning with a client, I found myself in a shop on the high street buying these. I've been looking for some that were the same as the ones that I have along here, twinkly ones. They didn't have them, and somehow I came home with these. And I don't really particularly like the colour. So I've been trying to tone it down a bit with some gold, cheap gold £1 nail varnish that I've had in the shed for ages to put a bit of sparkle on various things. And I've put a blob behind the light because it doesn't seem to make much difference on the actual star too much. And they've got to have a bit of brightness. But I'll go through all of them and see if it makes any difference, because those blobs of nail varnish will take a while to dry, and it smells. I hate the smell of nail varnish. Anyway, so I started making my second video last week and went a bit pear-shaped. I had a bit of a crisis. I had a lot of technical difficulties. My last channel I used an iPhone, and I've got an Android phone. And I've tried to make my videos on the computer. Yeah, at one point I went on one platform and I made a video. It was a bit full of angst, and it wouldn't download anywhere. It's stuck there on this platform forevermore, not going anywhere else. So that was a waste of time. Maybe it's just as well. I've still got a bit of the footage that I filmed actually on my phone, so I might use that. At one point, I was in a dark corner over there reading a poem, and I might stick that in anyway because it was relevant at the time. I got out a book of poetry randomly. I haven't done this for quite a long time, and it's written by someone who was my guru. No, they weren't my guru. I was a fan in my 20s, late teens, early 20s, and she followed me through my 20s, I would say, my late teens, early 20s. And I haven't read her stuff for a long time, but I was feeling in a particularly nostalgic mood, and I was also feeling the feelings of concern about my YouTube channel, and I found a poem, so I thought I'd read it to you. And her name, the writer's name is Marge Piercy, an American writer I love very much. So the poem is called Litter. Litter. I'm always forgetting something. The kettle boils dry and stinks. The tiny green-shouldered tomato plants, while I'm writing a poem, die of thirst, scorched under the glass of the hotbed. I forget birthdays, I forget to call, I forget the book I promised to bring. I forget where I put my purse, my keys, my wallet, my lenses, my love. I lose my way in the night's black pocket. I can't think of the name of the goddess who stands at the gate blinking her one great eye through the fog and the snarling wind, sweeping her warning glance across where the waves smash themselves kneeling. I forget the way my mother loved. I forget her cake, the taste of the uncooked dough, the just proportions of cinnamon and sugar. I lose the touch of her fingers, stone washed smooth by water and laid in the sun. I lose the bread smell of my old cat's fur. I lose the name and face of a man just out of prison who crawled in my body to hide. I lose the addresses of urgent people to whom I promised much in towns I've forgotten. What happened to my burnt orange shawl? My bones are slowly dissolving in salt water. It falls away like feathers, like leaves, like sand blowing. In the end, I will say, I was somebody, maybe a woman I forget. All the lost words and things and tasks I have littered behind me are drifting on winds round and up as if gravity had forgotten to drop them. And sometimes in the night I wake and the name comes to me and I shout to the ceiling, Appomattox, Rue de Saint-Hilaire, Emily Hannah, 8325 American Avenue, metasomatism, 2/3 to 1, and then lilacs. The scent of my mother's white lilacs thickens the air till I weep. And it seemed to be the right poem at the right time. And when she says that she can't think of the name of the goddess, I think she's talking about the Cailleach. And it's her time right now. I've been mulling things over and I'm just making a video collage of leading up to Christmas. And my living room is a terrible mess. And I've done a couple of little videos of that. My living room, as it is at the moment. So, yes. The cooker is here. At this point it hadn't been installed. 2 rugs, new doormats delivered, the wrong colour, a new doll's house, and will I get a Christmas tree in here before Christmas? Well, I suppose we'll find out. It'll be a sort of spot the difference. My daughter messaged me the other day with an odd question, actually. Will you and Dad be having a Christmas tree this year? Will we always have a Christmas tree? Sometimes the Christmas tree doesn't go up until about 4 days before Christmas. It's just the way we do things around here. So yes, we will have a tree. There are 2 trees in pots in the garden. One tree looks very sad. It looked pretty sad last year, and I wasn't convinced it would be able to present us with any kind of Christmas cheer, but it came up trumps. Somehow when it was covered in decorations, it shone. No, that was the year before. Last year we had a dinky little tree that my mother had in a pot that she didn't want anymore. That was very sweet. There are a couple of things which have inspired me for Christmas trees the last few years. One was a vintage photograph which I'll try and find and show you, and another was a film, British film, which was very good. So Christmas is on my mind. There are notes of Christmas in the things that I'm doing, but it's been a bit of a struggle with the chaos of the house at the moment. And I will still be working right up to Christmas. But my other half will be at home. Joe will be at home. He's a teacher and he's pretty much finishing. He's got a couple of days next week and that's it. He teaches the guitar. He's a peripatetic teacher. So, yeah, gonna see what happens.